What did you make of the ECB's move overnight? Obviously going beyond what most were expecting there with a 600 billion increase in their PEPP program. What do you make of that move and also the reaction in the euro?
Well, a couple of quick things. First off, there was a thought there that you could have been anywhere between that 500 to 750. It came in right at the centre. So it's really up 20% from the low line at 100 billion. And then the next part, solid push up, I should say. That euro dollar off, US dollar that is, under 97 index, and euro up at around about that 1350 sort of number. So it's had a nice push up, and possibly there's a little bit more momentum over the next trading session or two.
Peter, I'm curious to get your thoughts on oil. We've got oil prices lower in early Asian trade. We've got reports that OPEC Plus tentatively plans to hold a meeting via video conference on Saturday or Sunday. Is it just me, or is it a little bit hard to read what's going on when it comes to OPEC Plus these days?
Well, there's many moving parts, as we know, Nadine, and the first part of it, of course, is what's going forward as far as compliance across all of those particular actors. Then you've got the next part, where do we move forward in the sense of if we stay at these sort of numbers, there's no doubt that it's going to hemorrhage a lot of those oil producers. That's the great problem they've got trying to balance their balance sheets. And where the momentum is certainly is probably a push forward as far as pricing. If there's a general thought across all of OPEC plus, if you've got Russia, you've got the Saudis, and everyone looking across a compliance angle, then I think you're going to get a little bit more momentum to the upside as far as price. But that's always the unknown when it comes to the great uncertainty as far as compliance. All actors, hand on heart, saying that we'll cut production by a such and such number, but can they be maintained?
Peter, we have non-farm payrolls out tonight. What are you looking for, particularly in context for what the US dollar might do?
Well, look, Scott, I think the great unknown is what is the number going to be? We had 2 million, I think, as far as an unemployment last week. That's sort of around that number. So it's no doubt going to be quite a significant headline. What the problem, I think, is where do we move forward? We're approaching that 40 million unemployed, and how quick do we turn people around? I think that's the great challenge. Is Wall Street, certainly it seems to be, across many analyst viewpoints, it's ahead of Main Street. So where do we get those people re-employed, and how long does it take to actually get traction? So whilst we've got a horrific number and businesses are crated, how many days does it take, weeks, months, or does it take years? And some analysts are saying it could take a decade or two to get re-employment across all sectors. So that's the challenge, and I think it's going to be a very tough, hard rest of 2021 or 2020 and into 2021 to get a true number.